Governor Huckabee joins us this morning. Governor, very good timing on your part. Glad you're here. I want to zero in on that July 23rd phone call. Why is the administration so quiet about it?
The amazing thing is that Donald Trump was impeached over a phone call that turned out to be completely innocent and no big deal. This is a big deal because basically the President of the United States is putting pressure on the President of Afghanistan to outright lie. That's what he's asking him to do, to cover for him. And that is just an extraordinary breach of trust, not only of that president, but more importantly, of the American people. And what we've seen is a complete collapse of confidence. You mentioned the poll of 32% of Democrats want him to go. ABC News did a poll earlier this week. 84% of the American people believe that we should not leave Americans stranded, which leads me to wonder, who are the people who think we should leave Americans stranded? Thank goodness there's only 16% of them, but let's hope that maybe the next time people are stranded, it's them.
But what does this do to the administration? If the leaks keep coming and the questions keep being asked and the White House is really under siege, can it get anything done? Can it relate to the rest of the world in an atmosphere like that? Or is the administration paralyzed?
The answer to that really depends on whether or not the press does its job. Are they going to step up and finally be journalists? Are they going to continue to be toadies and complete acolytes for the Democrats and the far left? If they do their jobs, they cannot ignore this story. It is huge. But the question is, will they do their jobs, or will they just look the other way in a manner in which they would never do if this were not just Donald Trump, but any Republican? So if they do their jobs, he's done. If they don't do their jobs and they do what they normally do, he probably rides it out.
Do you want to see the president done, resigning, or impeached? Because that would mean President Harris.
I don't want it for the country because it's not a good thing for us. I don't like that. But I also don't like when a person has lied to us and left Americans stranded and has shown little empathy whatsoever. So there's no good solution here. Kamala Harris is no solution. But I think people ought to be held accountable. Look, I think generals and secretaries of state should be held accountable. But nobody's been fired. Nobody's been held accountable. And we ought to be outraged that something so bad, so totally bungled could happen, and it's just another day in Washington. Let's have a cocktail party in Georgetown tonight. Let's see what kind of wine they're going to trot out with the cheese.
Well, that hurts. That really does hurt. Governor Huckabee, but I think you're right on target there. Thanks for joining us, Huck. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Thank you, Stu.
All right.